Your dog walks up to you holding their favorite toy. Maybe a worn-out plush squirrel. Maybe a rubber ball. Maybe an old rope. They drop it at your feet. They look up at you. And they wait. Tails slowly wagging. Eyes locked on yours. Like they are presenting you with something important. Most owners assume the meaning is obvious. The dog wants to play. So you pick up the toy, you toss it, and the routine continues. But the truth is that this behavior is not always about play. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it absolutely is not. And the dogs who do this most often are usually trying to communicate something far deeper than most people realize. To understand it, we have to start with where this behavior actually comes from. Long before dogs lived in homes, their wild ancestors lived in social groups. Pack life depended on cooperation. Hunting required teamwork. Survival required sharing. And one of the most important moments in pack behavior was the sharing of resources. When a wild canine brought back food, prey, or anything valuable, the act of sharing strengthened the bond. It said, in their oldest language, "You are part of my group. You are part of my world. I trust you with what matters to me." That instinct never disappeared. Even in modern dogs sleeping comfortably on living room couches, the urge to share something important with their bonded humans is still alive inside them. So when your dog brings you their toy, they are not always asking you to play. They are sometimes doing something much more meaningful. They are sharing. A toy is not just a toy to a dog. A toy is a possession. A toy is value. A toy is something they care about. So when they choose to bring that specific item to you, they are quietly telling you that you matter to them in a way that not everyone in their life does. This is one of the highest expressions of canine affection. But there are several other reasons this happens. And recognizing them helps you understand what your dog is really communicating in each moment. The first reason is gift giving. Some dogs genuinely treat the act of bringing a toy as a present. They watch your reaction. They want approval. They want to see you smile or react with affection. If you respond warmly, they often repeat the behavior more frequently. Many owners have noticed that their dog brings them toys when they are sad, tired, or stressed. The dog senses the emotional shift and tries to comfort their human in the only way they know how, by offering something they consider precious. The second reason is trust. Dogs do not casually offer their valued objects to anyone. The fact that they place the toy at your feet, sometimes leaving it there without expecting you to take it, reveals something about how safe they feel with you. They are showing you that they trust you near their belongings. Trust you not to take it the wrong way. Trust you with something that matters in their small world. If you have multiple people in your home, watch carefully. Often, dogs only bring toys to specific people. Not always the loudest. Not always the most playful. Usually the ones they feel emotionally safe around. The third reason is connection. Many dogs bring toys as an invitation. Not necessarily an invitation to play, but an invitation to be together. To share space. To share attention. They simply want you to engage with them in some way, and the toy is the easiest tool they have to start that interaction. This often happens when you have been busy, working, cleaning, looking at your phone. The dog has noticed your distraction. They want to remind you that they exist. that they would like to be acknowledged. The toy becomes a gentle, non-demanding way to say hello. The fourth reason is anxiety relief. Some dogs use their toys almost like emotional anchors. When they feel unsettled, uncertain, or insecure, they grab their favorite object and bring it to the person they trust most. It calms them. It reassures them. It reconnects them. This is especially common after stressful events. A loud noise. A visitor leaving. A storm passing. Even something as small as a slight change in routine. A dog who brings you a toy after a stressful moment is essentially saying, "I needed you. I needed comfort. I needed to feel safe again." The fifth reason is ownership and pride. Some dogs simply enjoy showing off their favorite item. They walk into the room with the toy in their mouth, head held high, almost strutting. They want you to see it. They want recognition. This is more common in confident dogs, in playful breeds, in dogs who have grown up being praised for their toys. It is not really a gift. It is more like an announcement. Look at this. Look at me. Look at what I have. The sixth reason is far more emotional and far more overlooked. Some dogs bring toys when they sense their bonded human is unwell. Not just emotionally, but physically. Dogs notice changes in scent, posture, energy, breathing, even body temperature. When they feel something is off, they sometimes respond with offerings. A toy, a paw, a nudge, a close presence. This is not magic. It is not psychic ability. It is the result of constant attention, constant observation, constant emotional connection. And it is one of the deepest signs of how attuned your dog is to you. Now, what should you do when your dog brings you a toy? The first rule is to acknowledge it. Even if you do not want to play, the act of acknowledging the gesture builds the bond. A soft voice, a gentle touch on the head, a few seconds of attention. It does not need to be elaborate. Dogs simply want to know that their offering was received. The second rule is to read the moment. Is the body language playful? Tail high, bouncing, eyes wide. That is play. Is the body language soft? Tail low, slow approach, gentle eye contact. That is connection. That is sharing. That is trust. Different moments require different responses. And the third rule is to never punish the behavior. Some owners get frustrated when dogs constantly bring toys, especially during dinner or while working. But this behavior is one of the most affectionate things a dog can do. Discouraging it can damage trust over time. Instead, gently redirect. Acknowledge the gesture, then guide the dog to a calm activity. They will still feel valued without learning that their offering was unwanted. Because at the heart of this behavior is one simple truth. When your dog brings you a toy, they are choosing to share something they care about with you. And that single act is one of the purest expressions of love and trust in the entire animal world. But there is one specific kind of toy delivery many owners do not recognize as different. Something subtle. Something that varies from dog to dog. Something that reveals exactly what your dog is feeling in that moment, even when no one else in the room can tell. Once you understand it, you will start noticing it instantly. And that is exactly what we are going to reveal in the next video. So if you made it this far, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and tell me in the comments, does your dog bring you toys often?